Hey, what's going on YouTube? Matt here, and we just got done with locals probably like 10 hours ago. And today I got first place with Kagero. So really awesome deck. I was really happy I got first place. Yeah, the updated deck list is different than the deck I was running today, so I won't really show you what the deck list looks like. I'll just tell you the changes, and then I'll tell you um, the key aspects of the deck that make it really good, and then you'll know. For those of you guys know, on my old channel, I got second place last week with this, and that was really good for the most part, but I didn't feel like running it this week. So, but anyways, we're gonna get on with this deck, Kagero. Basically, I think it's a very stable tier 1 deck. Reason being is because it has a lot of power. It has everything it needs to get cards you need, and very control oriented, very aggressive and control oriented in that manner. So I'll just show you what cards make it and what cards really do nicely. The grade 3s, just really quick. Okay, so this card is what's busted. This card is what helps you win games. Basically, if this is the Vanguard or if it's a rear guard, doesn't really matter, but the Vanguard especially, you counterblast 3, this card gains plus 5,000 for that turn, and if it hits a rear guard, it can stand again. So that's really good. The really big upside of this is knowing what your opponent has and what you're going to do personally to make this card's effect worthwhile. If you can read their hand fairly well and you can basically judge that, okay, if I'm gonna boost with this guy, if I'm gonna attack with this guy, I'm gonna attack the rear guard, I know that I really don't have much, which is essentially what this card's gonna do. It's gonna win the game, or it's just gonna drop a bunch of resources that your opponent didn't want to do in the first place. So that's why this card is busted. This card is really good. Running 4 right now. I think when set 2 comes out, I'll still run 4. Not sure yet though. So, but right now 4 is necessary. That's why I play it. You play the 2 victories because they have an ability to flip all your damage counterblast cards back to face up, so you can reuse them. You don't playing 2 is absolutely perfect just because he's got a nice effect in that manner, and he can allow some of the other cards to counterblast over again and win you the game. But you don't want to play more than that because you want to search it out. And after that, he's really only useful for the Superior Ride and other abilities like that if you get the Superior Ride off. So, yeah. So next is the 2 techs I'm using. I'm playing 1 Vortex Dragon, 1 Goku. I'm not playing 2 Vortex Dragon because the card's good, but like, it's like, you know, it's only good for building up the soul, which it complements the victories, but that's and that's good, which is why I run 1. But I run the also the 1 tech Goku because I like the ability where it drive checks into a grade 3. I can retire a grade 1 rear guard. I think that's really good. It contributes overall to the control oriented aspect of the deck, which is what I really like. You can play 2 Vortex Dragon. I'm gonna try it with 2 Vortex Dragon, but I haven't had a problem like this at all, so I haven't opted to change. If I start losing like really badly, I'll probably change, but at the moment I'm not going to change. So the grade 2s, to build consistency for the chance of superior riding, you always play the 4 Aleph. And then for the 10k vanillas, Nehalem. And then to get rid of rear guards, you play 4 Berserker Dragon. Now, I used to play 3. That was only for like 1 week, or not even 1 week. It was like 3 days, and then I went back to 4 because this card is busted. Berserker Dragon is so good. You counterblast 2, it retires a rear guard of 2 or less, which is amazing. Because if your opponent has a well-established field, I'm just going to use this, retire their level 2 rear guard so they can't intercept after that, and then I can basically just hit the Vanguard, or I can hit another rear guard. Doesn't really matter. It just breaks the field. This really does. It really crumbles your opponent's field. So This is really good. This is really good not to run at a 4. Because you need to see this. This card is really good. I just can't... If you're going to play Kagero, play 4, in my opinion. Try it out at 4 before you do anything. Don't think that 3 is the good amount for Berserker Dragon. Try 4, and if you don't like it, go 3. But I would suggest trying 4, and I think you'll really like it, if you know how to play the deck. But this is for the Superior Ride. This is for the 10K. So really good. Really can't complain with the grade 2 count just yet. Yeah, this is a really solid grade 2 count. It helps you keep the field presence and just really gives trouble for your opponents, because I basically can intercept with all these guys and I can crumble your opponent's field with these guys, so it's really good. Okay, the grade 1s, not really much of a change here. The 8K vanilla, because you need the chance to Superior Ride, and this just gives you that chance. 3 Null Guards, necessary. 3 Airmo, and 3 Gojo. Yeah, that's his name. Okay, so you're playing this for Superior Ride, like I said. You're playing the 3 Null Guards because this is good, and this will basically help you make sure your opponent doesn't get over you with anything. And the Airmo is really, really awesome, and 3 Gojos. Originally, I was playing 4 in the updated deck list. That was a terrible, terrible idea. Don't play 4 of the Gojo. And I'll get into that right now, actually. So the thing with Gojo is this card's only good first turn. Basically, this card sucks after it goes after turn 1. If you're going first and you got this is amazing. But well, it's not amazing, but it's good. But after that, the card's just not very good because you can't get its effect off. I've got to rest the card basically to get its effect off. And the problem with that is I don't want to rest it. After turn 1, I can start attacking, so I'm not going to do that. The only other situation I could see you using his effect is if you can't get over your opponent's card, which is like highly unlikely considering this is Kagero, and they're pretty high powered in general. So that's why, you know, playing 3 is I think at the moment a good amount. Don't play 4. If you're going to play 4, you're going to notice a huge inconsistency. You're just going to see this card, and it's not even going to help you. So I would rather just not play 4. Just first turn, he's good, but after that, he's not good. That's why you play Airmo instead. Airmo is a better card. Airmo is a better card in the sense that it's better after turn 1. After turn 1, this card is amazing. If the attack goes through, you can discard a card, draw a card, which is really good. So just boost it, put it behind your Vanguard, put it behind another rear guard, and you're good to go. Just a boost with this, and then you get the effect. I don't have to rest it. Okay, specifically rest it and not get the boost, because that's what Gojo does, and that's why it's not as good. Airmo is way better when you're starting to really pull through for game. So, yeah, that's the grade 1 count. Basically, my overall dilemma is, you know, this card's really good first turn. I was able to do that, so so pretty good. So we're gonna go on to the triggers. 8 critical to win games. Really can't say too much else after this because the 8 critical is what makes the deck really good. Drive checking into these consistently is really amazing. Simply because I get a +2 whenever I'm in drive check into this, and that's gonna hurt my opponent a lot. Like criticals in this game are really, really good. Being able to do +2 is amazing. So that's what makes this deck a lot better. This is what makes the deck tier 1, is basically the 8 critical. So after that, you play 4 heal, and then you don't play 3 draw. Oh, 4 draw. So you have the heals, 4, because you can only have 4. This card is busted. You sack this, you're basically like really good hands. You're in really good hands after that. Like, it's amazing. Getting heal triggers is like the most if you see your opponent get one, it's kind of depressing, but when you get one, it's like amazing. So yeah, it's just one of those kind of cards. And then you play the 4 draw. I'd rather play this over stands because I want to be able to draw into things that I might not use, or even if I do get them, I don't really care because generally, then I'll just ditch it with air mode next turn, and then I'll basically dig the deep even further, and basically I'll get everything I need, which is what makes the deck quick and makes the deck fast and makes the deck aggressive. So yeah, this is the trigger lineup. So it's going to be 8 critical, 4 heal, 4 draw. So really easy, really standard for this particular deck, unless you're running a different variant of Kagero, but I think this is the best variant of Kagero out there at the moment. Yeah, so I really can't say too much else about the trigger lineup, but I'm really happy with it. And then your starting Vanguard, which is Lizard Soldier Conroe. Absolutely, it's amazing. I wish you didn't have a Counterblast 1 to get his effect off, but that's what makes the card balanced, in my opinion. Counterblast 1, get a rear guard, or get a Kagero grade 1, or 1 or less. So that's really good. It helps you get cards like Bar and Tar, so you can superior ride with this guy and get this guy off. So he's key for that. So really good. He's probably gonna be the starting Vanguard for a long time. Cause like if you look at cards like this, you look at cards like Barkle. This card only gets out your other triggers, which I don't think is that great, but it makes the deck really quick. This makes Royal Paladins really quick, which is why this card's getting banned. So yeah, not to get into too much on that, but yeah, this card's really good. So not much else I can say, but so yeah, it's the deck, guys. First place, really excited. I'm really excited for the game. It's taken off pretty good, and I really can't complain. So yeah, if anyone is interested, actually, I can make this whole deck again. I can make a second copy of it, as well as a second copy of the Oracle Think Tank stuff. So if you're interested in that, I can make a whole another copy of the same exact deck and just sell it to you. If you guys are interested, just send me a message. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, all the cool stuff, and yeah. So, alright guys, cool. Take care.